Today, we close out our series on Nazis and the occult. We'll start by learning about Maria Orsic, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed medium who allegedly started the Vril Society, and her connections to Hitler and the Nazis. We'll then look at the Nazi Party's experiments with flying saucers, an apparent flying object discovered by the Axis powers in 1933, the Bell Project, and how this all ties into today's discussions about UFOs. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. Is Maria Orsic the same as your friend's Canadian girlfriend you've never met? Stick around and let's find out. Just like the Allies did in 1945, let's finish off the Nazis. This is Necronomipod.
Tell you what, it's a bad day to be a bridge in Baltimore and P. Diddy.
Yeah. Yep.
Would not want to be either of those things today.
That bridge video is so scary.
I fucking hate driving over bridges like that. And I'm going to think about that every time I do that in the near future. Forever.
There's a couple down in West Virginia near Mountaineer that are like old ass bridges, and they have stoplights on them. And you got to sit there on the bridge.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Nope. I know that bridge is going to Mountaineer. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've been sitting on that in the middle of the night, like 11, 12 at night, way back in the day. Like, yeah, if this thing just like fell, like I can't see anything. It's all fucking dark out here.
My question for you, did Mothman appear in the days leading up to this bridge collapse to warn everyone? And was his warning, or were the Mothman's warnings not taken seriously?
I suspect we might learn more about that as the days roll by.
Yeah. Mothman warns us for bridge collapses.
That's true. A lot of people thought he was a warning sign.
Yeah.
Does he warn about boat accidents, though?
Well,
What could the city of Baltimore done differently? Like, how could they have heeded his warning?
that's a good question. They could have closed the bridge down, not let anyone on there.
At least that.
Yeah.
That'd have been a start.
Oh.
I'm with you, Dave. I hate driving. Well, like you both said, I hate driving on bridges because it's one of those. It's like being in an airplane. Like if that bridge collapses, there's nothing you can do.
Nope.
You are completely helpless. If you're on a plane and it's going down, like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's it. You're at the mercy of that plane or that bridge.
It's not the type of going down I like.
Certainly not. If I'm going down, I need at least 3 inches of bush. Kidding.
It's scary when the power goes out on that ship. Like, and it's just floating. Like, there's cars passing like, it's like as it's about to hit.
Yeah.
Like, that's some Final Destination type stuff.
At least they warned them, though, so they were able to stop any more cars from going over the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, very last minute, too. Just kind of got it in.
It's a weird thing. I would not be surprised if we hear some, I don't know, some kind of foul play.
Some fuckery going on.
You think so?
Going.
I'm sure there's some negligence at some point.
Something.
It sounds like it might have just been some kind of mechanical, electronic, or electrical issue, though, too.
Yes, that shit just doesn't normally happen. We'll see.
All right, so that's what you're putting your money on? You think there was
I think it's possible.
somebody was like, fuck this, I'm taking us out?
Nah, I lost all my money in basketball this month, so I don't have any more. But
Is this the bets, the prop bets you can put on right now? Is another prop bet, where is P. Diddy?
Whew. Well, they were tracking his plane last night, going to that non-extradition country, right? Mm-hmm. Pretty good bet that's where he's at.
He sold all of his shares to his TV company that he owned.
Oh, man. Is this going to be an R. Kelly story?
I think so.
Boy, it sure sounds like it.
Is this going to be bigger than R. Kelly?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I mean, Diddy was a still is right now, currently, very successful businessman too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Far bigger reach than R. Kelly.
Yeah. I feel like we talked about this off air. It's the same thing as R. Kelly. Kind of like was rumblings about R. Kelly for years. And then out of nowhere one day it's like, oh shit, he's going to trial for
He was really doing that?
Yeah.
I didn't know there had been rumblings about Diddy. I mean, we're just not out of the loop on that, but
there was like some lawsuits had just been like slowly building up, and then there was a really weird Instagram live video with a little girl that was it's an uncomfortable video to watch.
In the day and age of internet now, it's hard to really stand by this consistently, but I'm a big proponent of like where there's smoke, there's fire in most situations. If there's a lot of rumblings about something, I feel like it usually tends to be true. And I know that's not always the case with the, day and age of the internet and fucking everything just gets blown out of proportion. But like when you just keep consistently hearing about this stuff, it would look back at like WWE. You've been hearing about Vince McMahon being a scumbag since the 80s, and it would go away and it would come back, and then it would go away and it would come back. But for 30 fucking years, you're hearing rumblings, and now look what happens.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
I think it's that fucking rich people thing that we talked about when we were talking about Vince or something.
I think we were doing that on one of the Patreon shows, patreon.com/knucklehead.
Like it's a whole different world to them.
They live in their own bubble.
Yeah.
What's that? I haven't watched it, and I might. Isn't there that new miniseries about the Nickelodeon shit?
Yeah, I want to watch that actually.
That sounds creepy as fuck.
Doesn't sound great.
What's it called? Quiet
on the Set.
Quiet on the Set. It's like a 4-part little miniseries on these adults who were pedophiles working with kids. Like one of the guys who I think was actually, he might be in jail now. I don't know. I just read a quick article. He was literally like the runner to like get these 13-year-olds from like their trailer to the set and like was like their personal handler. Meanwhile, he was like fucking, diddling them or trying to, or,
Maybe he misunderstood the term handler and what his actual job was.
Yeah. The defense attorney, Dave.
Yeah, Angie asked me if I wanted to watch it the other night. I'm like, yeah. Like, I do want to watch it, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to listen to kids getting molested.
You have to be in the right mindset to watch that. Like, you're not just going to throw that on.
I was more in a, like, It's Always Sunny mindset.
Yeah. What is that, Netflix?
Max.
What's that,
I believe.
Max?
It's like an ID discovery thing, so I think it's Max.
A lot going on in the world.
Yeah. So that's your dose of daily news.
This has been a Necro News Update.
So here we are back with the Nazis. One last run at them.
Finishing it up.
Been a hell of a month. Today we get into last week was a little heavy.
Yeah, last week was serious. Very serious stuff.
Not a lot of occult, just a lot of brutality.
Well, we had the castle.
Heinrich Heine Himmler.
Yeah.
That little pipsqueak. I'm not a very confident man in my physical abilities. I've never been in a fight in my life. When I'm cucking men, I just, carry a 9 in my bag. And if anyone steps up, like, oh, you're going to get a 9 or you're going to get 9 inches up your ass. Take your pick.
I thought you would have a Glock strapped to your cock kind of guy.
No, that's too dangerous, Dave. You don't want to mix all that. I don't do gun play. I don't do knife play. I don't do gun play. I'll do a little rope play. And I'll do some candle wax. I don't do wet work.
So 9 millimeters next to your 9-incher, not a Glock on your cock.
Correct. It's nearby. It's not, I don't want it out.
Got it.
Sometimes things get out of hand. You just got to be careful. You got to be responsible when you're cucking.
Nobody likes an irresponsible cucker.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what I was even going with any of this.
Ian, back to you on the castle that I interrupted you.
So at the beginning of this series, we talked about how we wanted to go from like verifiable historical evidence and then just kind of gradually go off the rails. Last week, for the most part, was pretty historically accurate. There's some speculation, things like how far did Rudolf Hess's or Dietrich Eckhart's involvement into the Tool Society go. This week, we're going to talk about a whole different version of how Hitler came to power.
All right.
I'm going to start it with a medium named Maria Orsic. Maria Orsic was born on October 31st, 1895 in Zagreb, Croatia.
Is that Halloween?
That is Halloween.
I thought so.
Oh, was it Dave?
That's a coincidence.
Isn't that fitting? A medium born on Halloween?
That's weird. They celebrate Halloween in Croatia?
I don't know.
I bet they do.
Maybe they call it Maria Orsic Day.
They might. A national holiday.
We don't know much about her early life other than her mother, Sabina, was a ballerina who performed for the Vienna Ballet, and her father, Tomislav Orsic, was just kind of there. We don't really know anything about him. I saw some things say that he was like an engineer to some degree and maybe worked on the blueprints we'll talk about later. I don't know. But they got married and relocated to Croatia and had Maria within 1 year of being together. Another thing that gets brought up is how attractive her mother, Sabina, was and how it was passed down to Maria, which is a big part of the lore with her. Essentially, she's a hot Nazi medium who can talk to aliens, and she has blonde hair and blue eyes.
Was that part of like the whole like witchcraft of it? Like, oh my gosh, her mom was hot and she's hot. How did they do that? That defies all science. How could they both be so good looking?
The Aryan blood, of course.
She was kind of a smoke show, at least in the, alleged photo I've seen of her.
The one and only photo out there. In September of 1917, Maria came down with the flu. She got so sick that she fell into a coma, and to everyone on the outside, it looked like Maria might die. But inside her mind, Maria had slipped into the astral plane and was greeted by blinding beams of light. The beams of light dimmed a bit so Maria could see more clearly, and at that point, she got the sense that these beams of light were actually living entities.
That's hallucinations from the Spanish flu. Continue, please.
Throwback to part one, Madame Blavatsky said that the universe was created by beings that were totally made of light. And these beams of light told Maria that she needed to get well because she had been chosen. Didn't say for what, that she just had been chosen.
Well, when you're chosen, you're chosen.
What can you do?
There's a lot of people throughout Necronomicon that have been chosen over these stories over the years.
Yeah. Destiny, that's what I say.
Yeah.
I had her at the strip club last night. She was really great.
Over the next 2 years, through channeling, Maria spoke to these entities and learned a whole lot about the universe. The beings told Maria that they were from Aldebaran in the Taurus constellation, 68 million light years away from Earth. Among the communications Maria had with these beings, two stood out. One, they told her a prophecy of a charismatic leader who was destined to elevate Germany to new heights of glory and power. And two, they would be supplying Maria with blueprints for a flying saucer, which classic UFO shape. The flying saucer would be powered by mysterious energy called Vril, and Maria was to share this information with the various esoteric groups like the Tula Society that we've been talking about and get the ball rolling, building this flying saucer.
It's a very serious mission for a young lady. No experience in matters such as these. When you're chosen, I guess.
You're going to be tested, right?
It's
time to go.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say? Like every time something bad happens, it's a test from God. You're just being tested.
Is what they say.
Who are you to question God?
When World War I ended in 1919, Maria relocated to Munich and met another medium named Trata A. Blom. Maria and Trata found that they had been in contact with the same beings from Aldebaran and given the same mission, understanding and harnessing the Vril energy. Together, they founded the Vril Society.
It's amazing they found each other. That is awesome.
Sometimes you're just hanging out talking. You're like, hey, I'm a
Yeah.
medium and I talk to aliens.
Do you have Vril energy too?
I still, every time I see that fucking word, just think of Virgil, and it makes me sad. R.I.P. He had more power than this Vril energy. I'm confident.
So they started writing down their channeling sessions with these entities, which was a lot of blueprints for the flying saucer, but they didn't know how to translate it. They connected with 3 other women from Munich, all of them mediums, all of them in the similar age range. They're all in their 20s. And together they would channel beings from Aldebaran and absorb as much information as possible. They had these really long ponytails too. That was like the thing.
That's their thing, huh? Oh, with all that vril, your hair probably grows a lot. Can't get a haircut every 2 days, can you?
Who wants to pay for all that?
No, it's too much. Just got to grow it out.
Let go and let frill. That's what I always say.
Of course you do.
In September of 1919, Diedrich Eckhart attended a German Workers' Party. We talked about that on part 3. That's for real. We said that the Thule Society, which was real, talked about a messiah that would come to restore Germany. Eckhart felt that he had found that person in Adolf Hitler. Remember, we were talking about how Hitler was just ranting and raving about Jews at these meetings, and Eckhart's like, "Oh, this is the guy. Maybe that he is the Messiah."
Yeah, that's my dude there. he knows what's up. That little mustache, fucking cool, man.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
In this version of events, it's not clear how Diedrich Eckhart met Maria Orsic, but they got to talking about this coming German Messiah, and Eckhart told her that he had found him in Adolf Hitler.
It's my second favorite coming German Messiah. You know who the first was?
Who's
Peter Curtin. He was always coming.
Was he also a messiah?
Oh, depends how you look at it.
I guess anybody could be a Messiah if you say they are.
I guess so. You can be a master, right? You just got to take that online course.
Look, the definition is pretty variable and
loose.
Fit your needs. Yeah.
It's loose at best. Peter fucking Curtin.
Oh, is it a dead goose dripping blood?
Remember you saw that horse just dead on the side of the road? That's a wild thing. Because he wouldn't even get hard. He would just...
Yeah, just come. He didn't even need a boner.
I can't even fathom that. Like, I can't even...
Non-boner coming.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's insane. What does that look like?
Like dribble, you mean?
Like, does it shoot? Does it dribble? It's just soft sitting there.
Yeah, it's just dribbling, right?
Certainly not made for cinema. No one wants to watch that.
I don't even want to think about it.
Like soft serve ice cream, kind of.
But is it? I don't know. Soft serve ice cream is pretty pleasant. You see that coming out on the cone. Like, it just looks nice. You can make the little swirl with it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that.
Yeah. Wish I hadn't asked that question. But now everybody listening is thinking about
They sure are. They're
what a
visualizing.
soft penis looks like ejaculating. You're welcome. Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Go to church.
Maria told Eckhart all about these beings from Aldebaran and her Vril society. Eckhart heard Vril and had another aha moment. This was the energy talked about in the late 1800s book, The Coming Race, where the beings called the Vrilia could use unimaginable power called the Vril.
Unimaginable.
Yeah.
It's unimaginable. You can't even imagine it.
He became convinced that the beings from Aldebaran had to be linked to all the Aryan lore that we've been talking about, or that these beings were Aryans themselves. So with that, Eckhart put Maria in contact with the Thule Society to join forces. Under the Thule Society, the Aldebaran entities turned into just being referred to as Aryans, and the channeling from Maria and the rest of the Vril Society ramped up. One of the things that kept being shared with the Vril women was the number 33.33, which eventually they came to believe was either 33 degrees longitude or latitude. They didn't know which one.
Well, it could make a difference.
They believed somewhere on this path there was a portal that could give them direct access to the Aryans from Aldebaran. They just needed to find it and build the flying saucer that they had the blueprints for. So they reached out to Dr. Winfried Otto Schumann. Dr. Schumann was a real German physicist that the United States scooped up as part of Operation Paperclip. For the next 3 years, Dr. Schumann and the Vril Society worked on the afterlife flying machine. There's a German word for it, but it is one of the most absurd words I've ever seen. I'm not even going to attempt to say that.
Jenseats Flug machine?
But why is there so many letters?
I don't know. Flug machine.
That is a sentence.
Yeah, for real.
Sounds like a central vac system. You put your penis in when you're trying to vacuum your house and it rips off your wiener.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've never fucked a vacuum.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
I've not been down that road. We'll just tell your mother we ate it all. American Pie.
On March 23rd, 1922, a test flight was scheduled to take place in Bavaria. In attendance was the Vril Society, Dr. Schumann, Diedrich Eckart, and some other Tula Society members. This looked just like the classic flying saucer. I sent you guys some of these alleged blueprints. There's tons of them online.
Yeah. I thought they could probably fly.
So Dr. Schumann turned it on, and the craft started to spin, and it spun faster and faster until it rose off the ground. And for a couple of seconds, it stayed hovering silently. Then it started to wobble, burst into flames, and it was back to the drawing board.
No, come on.
While Dr. Schumann and people like our favorite paperclip scientist, Werner von Braun, were trying to get this flying saucer to work, Adolf Hitler published Mein Kampf, transformed the German Workers' Party into the Nazi Party, and swallowed up all these esoteric groups.
You know who has a copy of that on their bookshelf? Mike Namapon. Because he's a Nazi. No, I'm kidding.
Based on that evidence alone, guilty.
Have you read any of it?
Two things on that. One, I like to buy books. It's like buying bottles of wine, like a wine collector. You just buy them, you stock up, and then you read it when you're ready. When you
you're in
open
the
that
mood.
bottle of wine when you're ready for it. It tells you when it's time. Also, Ian told me that he read some of it once in high school and it was very boring. And I'm like, I'm not going to dive into that just yet. I'm going to stick with my interesting stuff before I dive into that.
He like whispers to him when he's in bed. Mike, open the book. It's me, Adolf. I have a secret message for you in the book, Mein Kampf. Open me.
Maybe I'll be converted. You never know.
Open and feel the Jew hatred in the book on the library shelf.
Go into every book with an open mind, right? You never know what's going to happen.
Come to the dark side, Mike.
I feel like it would be one of those books where like as you're reading it, you just zone out. And like it just doesn't hold your interest and you just start daydreaming and you're like, you have to read the same paragraph 3
Oh,
times.
that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
The little bit that I read, it was like the boring whining of, I don't know, just someone who felt that they were wronged. And
Yeah. I think when I had bought it, like at one point I looked for it just to see what it was or if it was available. And like it wasn't on Amazon. It wasn't Barnes and Noble. Like it's not a readily available book anymore.
No.
And I think that's what piqued my interest. Like, well, now I have to have it. If you can't just get this anywhere, now I want it. And so I hunted a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't that difficult to find. It's not like a rare book, but you also feel a little guilty. Like, oh, I hope they don't know what they're delivering to me.
Amazon guy's like, fucking Nazi, sir. Right. This son of a bitch.
This guy.
I'll take a shit on his package before I leave. My micro penis, the Jew's fault.
The Amazon guy, his name's like Leo Stein, dropping that book off to me. He's like, fuck this guy.
Burns your house down.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I'd be like, I get it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm just a curious reader. Sorry.
it's true that Nazi Germany made scientific and medical advancements that were way ahead of their time. But one thing they lacked was fossil fuel reserves. And that's true. They did have issues with that. And some of those, the Antarctic stuff we'll talk about later, could be attributed to that as well. But allegedly, this is what led to Heinrich Himmler forming the NRB. we talked about them last week. That was Himmler's pseudoscientific group that traveled the world looking for Aryan artifacts.
And everyone else's artifacts.
Yeah, they just started
didn't
taking
belong
everything.
to them.
Influenced by Madame Blavatsky's trips to Tibet, the Enerbi really did make 3 separate expeditions to Tibet, and some say their purpose was to find a way to harness the Vril energy. This expanded to all over the world, specifically to Antarctica, which we'll talk about later. But for now, this is where we intersect with Heinrich Himmler taking out the 100-year lease on his castle and creating the Nazi Temple of Doom. Again, that place is real, and all that ritualistic stuff was real. The Tibet thing is for real too. Like he really had it in his head that somehow the Aryan, there was some type of an Aryan descent in Tibet. There's pictures of his people out there measuring the heads and the eyes of Tibetan people just out in the mountains, just,
Let me get my tape measure out. Please stand by.
I want to see if you have any Aryan traits.
Yeah.
It's very, very odd.
All scientific based, of course. No, not really.
Obviously.
That's what they said.
All of Nazism is scientific based.
There was a thing that I had read about this week that I didn't have for last week with the Nazi Temple of Doom. We talked about Himmler using sex magic to try and unlock the Vril. I read about one where he would get, because he had his own personal concentration camp right next to the castle.
Of course he did.
So I read that he had been getting prisoners from the concentration camp and bringing them into the North Tower where the black sun is on the floor.
Yeah.
And they would have them freeze, like get this person cold enough to where like they're almost dead. And then he would have a sex worker come in and warm the guy back up using her body heat and then fuck him to try and unlock the Vril.
Oh my God. Craziness.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I read.
If it's in a book, it's got to be true. They don't publish false information.
Mike, it's Adolf again in the bookshelf. This is very true, very true.
That's why I'm afraid to read it.
That Heinrich is sick, sicko.
Around this time, Maria Orsic received a message from the Aryans of Aldebaran. They're saying, essentially, shit has gotten out of hand. Adolf Hitler is not the Messiah that we thought he would be, and they were not going to provide any more guidance.
Uh-oh.
And they also told her that Nazi defeat was imminent. Maria was told that her, along with any other true believers in the Vril energy, would be picked up via a proper and working flying saucer and taken to Aldebaran until 2022, when they would come back and usher in an age of peace. And the rest is history. We know, we talked last week, the Nazis lost. Peace did not happen in 2022.
No?
No, it didn't.
I thought I missed it.
So Maria Orsic is just a perfect example of how fantastical this Nazi occultism can get, because it's not true.
What?
But there's like little hints of truth sprinkled all throughout there. She didn't show up until like the mid 90s.
Oh, this story wasn't even known back then?
No.
Oh.
Maria, the first mention of Maria Orsic is, I believe it's like 92 or 94.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Essentially, it's like some like nerd LARPing stuff. Like there's a ton of that with Nazism. A lot of Nazi like role-playing games and stuff.
Like revisionist neo-Nazis trying to
Kind of. Yeah.
make it cool.
So hot.
That's a weird take for them to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so it's a cool story, I guess. That she had these blueprints for a UFO and
Yeah. Huh. Disappointed she didn't come back from, where is it? Alderaan?
Aldebaran.
Princess Leia's home planet?
I mean, look at Maria.
Is that what it is?
Is it Alderaan they blew up with the Death Star?
I don't know. I don't like Star Wars.
Planet? I think it was.
Don't look at me, pal. I don't know. I thought Dune was part of the Star Wars franchise, so that wasn't even a joke. I legit thought that.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. If she came back, I would dick down Maria Orsic. She's fucking hot.
She is pretty hot.
Yeah, and the picture did not show up with the original story of this. And what I just told is not like, you can find different versions of it.
Of course.
Online.
Yeah. Course. God damn, what a letdown.
So if Maria Orsic is not real, a lot of people think that Nazi Germany did harness the Vril energy. Some people say that it was through Adolf Hitler's obsession with finding the Spear of Destiny. Whoa. The Spear of Destiny, also known as the Holy Lance or the Spear of Longinus, is a legendary artifact that's said to be the lance that pierced the side of Jesus Christ during his crucifixion. Over centuries, multiple relics have claimed to be the true Spear of Destiny, kept in different locations, including Vienna, Rome, and Armenia. It's a really confusing blend of historical fact, religious significance, and myth, but the closest to the true spear is the one in Vienna. At least that's what I read. I don't really understand how that works. Like which one is, because I don't believe that Jesus existed.
Nor do I. So I
how
don't
is
think there's
this
any such thing out there.
So how is there's like a historical artifact? Like it exists. You can go see it, or you can look at pictures of it online.
Some kind of spear.
Like I saw that it's for really, really fucking old. Like that's for real.
That is a great question. I don't really have the answer to that. But I also would say that Jesus is not a real historical figure, so I don't think there's a historical spear that speared him. That's
Goldberg really speared Hulk Hogan and won the world title. So I stand by that from last week.
Just my opinion. I could be wrong. So he's got some kind of cool spear from some time in history.
Yeah. That is the same one that Hitler really did take in 1938. We just don't know if Himmler was making people fuck in the presence of the spear to unlock real energy or not.
Maybe the key is like pegging the guy with the spear while he's having sex with someone. That's how you really bring out the Vril.
Make them freeze too.
That too. Sure. It's a combination. You got to unlock the secret combo. Up, down, left, right, peg, spear, freeze, boom, Vril.
In his book titled The Spear of Destiny, published in 1972, author Trevor Ravenscroft presents the idea that Adolf Hitler was obsessed with the Spear of Destiny and that it was central to Hitler's strategies for global dominance. Ravenscroft recounts a story from around 1908 or 1909 when Hitler, then around 19 years old, visited the Imperial Treasure House in Vienna. It was during this museum tour that Hitler's attention was captured by the Spear of Destiny. About this, Hitler said in Mein Kampf, quote, "A window in the future was open to me. Though I saw a future event by which I knew beyond contradiction that the blood in my veins would one day become the vessel of the folk spirit of my people."
You know who owns the treasure house now in Vienna? Zach Bagans.
What are we feeling?
Is that a shoe? Does he really? Oh, I really wanted that to be true. I'm a little disappointed now.
Yeah, no. I don't think that's true. No.
It's not far-fetched.
We haven't heard from him in a long time.
Who is the Spear of Destiny? I do.
We haven't done a good ghost show in a while. I think we're due for one. We could probably get Zach to come on the show, right? He's a friend of the show by this point.
He should be.
We do nothing but praise him.
Pay homage to him all the time.
We went to his fucking shitty museum. Spent 3 hours there.
It was so hot that day, too.
It was really hot.
It was tough. I was so tired.
We walked there.
Terrible idea.
Probably not the best idea
Doesn't
we
sound
had.
great.
Should have just probably fucking Ubered that one.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Imagine you've been given the gift of having an extra hour added to your day. Would you spend it sleeping, exercising, spending quality time with family and friends? A lot of us spend our lives wishing we had more time. But the real question is, time for what? If time was unlimited, how would you use it? The best way to fit those special moments into your schedule is to figure out what's important to you and to start making those things a priority. Therapy can help you find what matters to you so you can do more of it. Therapy can be a great place to filter through the monotony of life and pinpoint what's really important to you, where you're happiest, where you thrive, where you'll be satisfied spending your life, and won't look back with regret as time wasted. This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you that putting in the work to improve yourself will also help you discover what you should do with the precious gift of time. Therapy empowers you to be the best version of yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. It's time to start celebrating the progress you've made. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
According to Ravenscroft, upon arising to power in 1938, Hitler established an occult bureau within his administration, headed by Wolfram von Sievers. This is not historically verified. We do know that Himmler had that set up with his group that would go out and travel the world. But this claim is not verified. Ravenscroft said that Hitler got his opportunity to get the spear when German forces invaded Austria on March 12, 1938. It was then, Ravenscroft says, that the Austrian president ordered the safeguarding of buildings, including the palace holding the Spear of Destiny. Upon the police's arrival to protect the palace, they were met by Hitler's occult officer, von Sievers, accompanied by armed Austrian Nazis. Outnumbered, the police surrendered. At that point, the spear was relocated to Germany, hidden beneath the Nuremberg castle in Bavaria. Hitler proceeded to rapidly expand his territory over the next 3 years, which people like Ravenscroft say was influenced by the spear unlocking the Vril energy needed to advance the Third Reich.
Yeah. It's all happening. It's all happening now.
In reality, Ravenscroft's ideas are nonsense.
Oh, come on.
He claims to have gotten all this information from a guy.
Your cousin's sister's milkman knew?
Yeah, that was like a Holocaust survivor type thing. It's just nonsense.
You tell me Maria Orsic is bullshit, then Ravenscroft's bullshit. Next, you're going to tell me Mein Kampf is bullshit. Like, I will not stand for this.
It is true that Hitler kept the Spear of Destiny under the Nuremberg castle. If I had like give an honest opinion on it from reading all this stuff the past couple weeks and then like over the years hearing these things, I'd say Hitler probably just took the Spear of Destiny because he wanted the Spear of Destiny. And
You like shit like that.
yeah, why not? If I fucking want it, I want it.
Yeah.
You know.
I was walking through a flea market and somebody had what they call the Spear of Destiny. I probably could be talked into buying that thing.
Well, I mean, he did bring it up in Mein Kampf. Like, it's something that was on his radar. So it's all you're like,
Yeah.
hey, I saw that in a museum once. I liked it. I'll take it.
I'm just saying, if it's called the Spear of Destiny from the get-go, like, I'm listening.
It does sound very
It's
important.
fucking cool.
Like,
Spears are cool in general.
is that thing really going to Jesus? Sure, I can't talk you down from $25.
Got the flea market.
20.
As he spits out his dip, he's like, hell yes, from Jesus. Can't you see the initials carved in? It says JC. Fucking sold, pal. Let's have a bush light and celebrate.
Ooh, it's one of them there religious artifacts. Can't buy this nowhere else in the world.
Let's do a shot of Southern Comfort to seal the deal.
Southern Comfort. Oofa.
I think that if Heinrich Himmler had access to the Spear of Destiny, he probably did make people fuck in front of it or
Yeah, probably.
like held it over his head yelling some shit up into the sky. But
Farfignugan.
I don't think any Vril energy came from
No.
it.
You're not a believer, huh? All right. Disappointing.
And these are all presented in a way that it's hard to tell fact versus fiction because there's a lot of fact
by design
sprinkled within these stories.
Yeah. It's the key to big idea lies like that. You got to have some facts sprinkled in there.
Yep. Richard Doty.
There you go.
The patron saint of disinformation.
Mm-hmm. He's still doing that shit. Fucking something showed up on Reddit a couple months. I think I told you guys.
Isn't he
this.
like 90?
Someone showed up on Reddit like 3 or 4 months ago, and it was traced back to him. Like, still doing dumb shit.
He's gonna die, but his work's still gonna be showing up.
Yeah.
Well, in 2015, Richard Doty wrote this piece.
Yeah. He probably wrote an AI bot to just keep doing this stuff long after he's gone. He's gonna live on. AI Doty.
Spreading his disinformation through.
Not gonna know what to believe soon. Reality's not even gonna be reality soon. Can't believe anything.
Hey, I don't believe anything anymore, anyways. Unless some hillbilly sells it to me at a flea market, then I believe it. He's got a big dip in his mouth. He knows. He's been around. He's seen some shit.
Sure. I dug this up in Bavaria when I was over there.
He knows.
Goddamn right, it's a spirit of destiny.
That's truth.
It looks pretty sweet. Did you look at pictures of it?
I did not.
It's pretty cool.
Is it? How could it not be?
It looks important.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
At this point in our series, Vril seems to be completely fake, at least in the occult realm. But there's the idea of, what if the Nazis found another seemingly impossible form of energy and just called it Vril? Because some say that a UFO crashed in 1933 in Italy, which was obtained by Nazi Germany to reverse engineer. It's true that the Nazis were working on disc-shaped aircraft, and a lot of people in the UFO world believe that they were on the path to fully back engineering the UFO, but thankfully they lost the war first. They point to the Nazi bell, or as it was called, the Die Glocke. We talked about the Nazi bell before in Operation Paperclip when we talked about the Nazi wonder weapons or miracle weapons. Those were always rumored about. It was like they're cooking up something with these wonder weapons, probably the V2. But they did really have aircraft in the early stages of being developed that were kind of looked like a flying saucer, like really, really advanced stuff for the time.
German engineering, am I right? Classic.
Sounds like every owner of a Volkswagen I've ever talked to.
In his book, The Hunt for Zero Point, Nick Cook traces the origin of the Bell stories to a Polish book written in 2000 by Igor Wachowski, titled The Truth About the Wonder Weapon. Cook tells Wachowski's description of the Bell as a Nazi project involving a glowing, rotating device thought to have a range of possible features from anti-gravity properties, time travel capabilities, all kinds of stuff. Cook says that the Bell was roughly 12 feet high and 9 feet wide, containing 2 fast spinning cylinders with a purple metallic radioactive substance known as serum 525 or Vril.
Man.
Same stuff.
Like another famous Vril once said, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
It's very true.
I don't even know what you just said.
And then she met Chad Kroger, and a beautiful Canadian relationship
There you go.
blossomed.
Happily ever after. No. Not really.
Ish. They both got their breakup songs out of it. It's fine.
That's what counts.
I sent you guys that picture of the Nazi Bell.
Yeah.
Around the bottom of it, there's all those like hieroglyphics going around the bottom. People say that they're the same hieroglyphics found in the Roswell wreckage. Remember?
Whoa.
They had the strips with the purple lettering on them or symbols. Same characters on both.
Can this be proven?
No.
In a word, no. But
People have said this.
people are talking.
People
They're
have
talking,
said.
Dave. People are talking.
Not a weather balloon.
Wachowski suggests that a concrete structure called the Henge near Wenceslas mine, built around 1943 to 1944, which looks a lot like Stonehenge, to be used for anchoring the bell during experiments. This place is real. Historians say no, that's not what this was used for. But
You mean people that actually study this? They're like, no, this is not quite.
Historians say no bell, but a bunch of bell ends were doing all of this stuff.
he also claims to have found evidence of the bell in World War II documents declassified by Poland, leading him to further investigate through archives and interviews. One of the key documents reportedly given to Wachowski by an anonymous Polish official was a testimony from General Jacob Sporenberg's war crimes trial. Sporenberg allegedly admitted to ordering the killing of around 60 people who knew about this secret project. People like Werner von Braun were supposedly connected to the bell's research. The project is said to have started early in 1942, with active experiments beginning by the mid-1940s. These reports suggest that prisoners from the Gross-Rosen concentration camp were exposed to the bell's radiation, leading to numerous deaths, health issues. And in the book, he talks about alleged witnesses seeing the test, seeing like this bright blue light coming off of the bell. A lot of Ancient Aliens episodes about the bell.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that seems like it's right up their alley. Does Giorgio sell $50 pictures of himself standing next to the bell, autographed? There's me and the bell. At Giorgio, that said Taco Bell. It's not the bell they were
Well,
selling.
now we're talking, though, to be honest.
The bell's interesting, too, because a lot of people don't think it was for flying, that the bell was the wonder weapon, that it would be able to just do crazy amount of damage like a nuke, like a more efficient nuke. That this was the weapon that would end everything.
Where did
much.
it go?
Yeah, wouldn't we have discovered that kind of after we, won the war and took the best of the best? And,
Or was it in the
and got
East?
in?
Did the Soviets get it?
It'd be about time for them to start flexing some muscle.
They've been holding out all this time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think, if the bell's real, I think it's probably like a aircraft type thing that we probably just took afterwards.
I think that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And maybe we realize, like, oh, fuck, they're ahead of us on this.
Yeah.
So let's bury this for a little bit and try to figure it out.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Should have strapped Von Braun to it and sent him to the fucking moon. How about that? Nazi pig.
Yeah. And a lot of this stuff comes from guys like this Jacob Sporenberg's war crimes trial. A lot of the Nazi officials said cryptic, weird things.
Yeah.
Maybe just being trolls for the last time. I don't know, but a lot of cryptic shit that they said. There might be some truth to this, like any UFO stories, like maybe 1% truth, 99% disinformation.
Yeah.
But this UFO crashing in 1933 has been rumored since the Project Blue Book days. Never any evidence of it, just like, this is something that happened that, there was always rumblings about. But last year in 2023, we got some maybe credible evidence. Last year, when the UAP whistleblower, National Reconnaissance Officer David Grush testified in front of Congress, he told the story of Mussolini recovering a downed UFO in 1933, which was then given to Nazi Germany. Grush said that after World War II, the United States took the UFO, like we did with the scientists from Operation Paperclip, and started to work on reverse engineering it. Then within a month of Grush testifying, Italian ufologist Roberto Pinati came forward with all kinds of information related to this crash. He says that in 1996, some papers were anonymously sent to him via mail and contained information about Mussolini's secret UFO work. These papers had two messages from June 1933. They said that no one should talk about a, quote, mystery aircraft that landed in Italy. One message even went on to say arrest reporters who had talked about it and, quote, punish them a lot.
Punish them a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That doesn't
feel
sound
like it's,
good. That sounds worse than saying, like, I'm going to fuck you up.
I feel like that's like a translation thing that we're just like, oh, punish a lot.
Yeah. It still sounds way worse than
Yeah.
normal
Very
punishment.
ominous, yeah. Because Mussolini got punished a lot at the end of the day.
Certainly did. It's very it's very weird just to hear about Mussolini and UFO. Like you don't ever hear that.
Sure.
Meanwhile, and they probably didn't have much. Like who the fuck knows where they were with their science? But they were just like, we got this ship. Hitler, you want this?
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck to do with it.
It's like, oh!
Is that how Mussolini sounded? Don't disrespect the Italian people with that. Stop it right now. He was a different kind.
The El Duce.
How the story goes is he held on to it for a little while and had a program set up
Who knew?
to try and research it.
Get you, Mussolini.
They're like, we don't know what the fuck to do. What do you want from us?
We make garlic bread. We don't know about a UFO.
The scientists just bake garlic bread. That's what they do. Just bakers. Different shapes of pasta.
Panatti got more papers with a government stamp from 1936. They had drawings and handwritten words about a UFO seen in northern Italy, which we can post a bunch of these. Posting pictures for this series has been kind of hard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So this is a lot of stuff we can post. It's interesting.
You got to post Maria Orsic, right?
Yeah.
Because someone,
yeah.
let them get their rocks off a little bit.
This guy says that he has had the papers tested, like that they're authentically from the 30s. There's other things I saw online that said no, that they're not from the 30s. People have pointed out that the speed of the planes talked about in some of the memos aren't accurate. Like the memos talk about trying to follow a UFO at one point, and it talks about speeds, but the speeds were too slow for the planes that Italy was flying at the time, so it doesn't line up.
Disinformation.
Maybe. Probably. But it's interesting that Grush brought it up, because he didn't say anything about any of the other crashes, like anything about the famous ones or anything. He just said that he was told. That was part of one of his assignments, is he was told about this UFO.
That's something.
So maybe there was something to that, and that's where Hitler is getting, or the scientists were getting the idea for circular crafts. I don't know. And then we just took it. To end the series, to make sure we cover everything, we need to rehash our Hollow Earth episode a bit and talk about Admiral Byrd and Operation High Jump going to Antarctica. Operation High Jump started in 1946, and it was said to be a mission for training cold weather gear, looking into Arctic rocks, learning about the weather, and figuring out how to make air bases in cold areas of the world. There's also a lot of photography going on, like mapping the area and stuff. Admiral Byrd led this huge mission called Task Force 68. It had nearly 5,000 men and 13 ships. The fleet was made up of ships from both the Atlantic and Pacific sides of the U.S. Navy. They had destroyers and a submarine with them. It kind of doesn't sound like a training mission. It sounds like they were going to go fuck someone up, or maybe they expected to run into somebody up there. And some people say that Operation High Jump was really us looking for a Nazi base to raid.
Like left over from the war. They were just hanging around up there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been interesting. Surprise, the war's over.
They had no clue. They're still on there ready to go, fighting.
Yeah. That Japanese guy was on the island for 30 years. Remember that guy?
Yes. There was a lot of battles there. The Civil War had a ton of battles that happened after,
Yeah.
peace was signed off on. And
No cell phones.
if only you could have, instant messaged back then.
Yeah. Hey, soldier, the war's over.
Put out a tweet, a peace tweet.
World War I was like that. They signed a treaty, but they wanted to date it, November 11th at 11 whatever for some nonsense. So, hundreds of people got killed in fighting before.
Peace was signed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It was over.
That's so stupid.
Wasn't that one of the theories with Amelia Earhart, was that she could have got taken by Japanese soldiers that didn't realize the war was over?
I think I remember talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was before the war. It was in the 30s, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
It was before the war started. But there was
just taken down as like a
like after
enemy aircraft type thing. Yeah.
I think it was the 30s, right?
That something along those lines makes sense, though. That was one of the theories.
Yeah, there was a picture of some white woman on one of those Japanese islands on the docks or something that they dated right around then, that they thought it might be her.
Haven't we also allegedly seen photos of Michael Rockefeller on those islands?
Yes.
And we're like, no, that motherfucker got eaten.
Yeah.
He dead.
He was dinner.
Yeah. He fucked around and he found out.
Well, he really did, didn't he?
So in 1938, we talked about this on the Hollow Earth. Himmler sent a Nazi expedition up to Antarctica. It was, to see if they could build a base up there, set up a base, map out a lot of area, a lot of surveying. Rumors that he was looking for the entrance to Hollow Earth, which I wouldn't doubt it that he told the guys like, hey, while you're up there, why don't you look for it?
Sure. Why not?
They did claim part of Antarctica as a Nazi territory. It was never recognized, but they called it New Swabia. And while Admiral Byrd was up there, he had his official logs. And then after he died, his son, these are alleged hidden diaries, where he's talking about flying into Antarctica. And then all of a sudden he starts seeing like lush greenery everywhere. And then there's fucking woolly mammoths and dinosaurs and stuff.
Very fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastical tale.
But then the UFOs come flying up and stop him. And the UFOs have swastikas on the side of them. And he talks to aliens that are very reminiscent of Aryans. So then that brings it back to, what were they doing up in Antarctica? Did they really build a base? Is that where they're creating their UFOs from?
Yeah.
Like all that kind of stuff.
What if there's currently a Hollow Earth Nazi base and they've been rebuilding for 80 years and they're about to take over the world? Fourth Reich.
That's
This time we get it right.
that's been said.
That's the slogan.
That's the
Fourth
slogan.
Reich.
Fourth
This
Reich.
time we get it right.
That's right.
I also read too, or I've heard it multiple times throughout the years and stuff, that they have there's a big crystal pyramid under the ground down there in Antarctica.
That
That
sounds
they're
like something.
using that to get the vril out of that.
It's not easy to get vril, apparently. A lot of work.
Crystal Pyramid sounds like exactly something Indiana Jones could take care of.
There you go.
He might be after the Spear of Destiny too. That sounds like something.
All of it. He's kicked Nazi ass before. He'll kick Nazi ass again.
He got the Ark of the Covenant.
He absolutely did. He got the crystal skull. I don't know if there's been pyramid play, but he'll get some pyramids if he needs to.
Pyramid play.
This base gets the name Nazi Base 211. Sometimes you'll see it called that. And like we said before, a lot of this stuff comes from these cryptic things that Nazi officers said during their trials. In 1943, Admiral Karl Donitz said that, quote, "The German submarine fleet is proud of having built for the Fuhrer in another part of the world a Shangri-La on land, an impregnable fortress."
Oh, really?
So that's what they're,
That's so, Admiral.
Impregnable. I'll take that challenge.
Admiral Byrd also gave an interesting interview after this trip. Like after it actually wrapped up, and we could probably do a full episode on Operation High Jump later on. I think it probably deserves its own episode, maybe a bonus episode. But he did really come back afterwards. The mission was supposed to last, or the operation was supposed to last for like 6 months, 6 to 8 months. It only lasted like 3 weeks maybe or so, and they abruptly came home. Everyone's like, well, why? Why did you come home? Afterwards, he gave an interview pretty quick and essentially said that we need to brace ourselves for a new form of war where aircraft can attack from pole to pole. In reality, he said this to a Chilean reporter, and it was mistranslated. But how it's reported, though, it's like, oh shit, they found something crazy up there.
Yeah.
There's another interesting quote from Captain Edward J. Rappelt. He was the chief of the U.S. Air Force Project Blue Book in 1956. He said, quote, "When World War II ended, the Germans had several radical types of aircraft and guided missiles under development. The majority were in almost preliminary stages, but they were the only known craft that could even approach the performance of objects reported by UFO observers." And that's the end of our series on Nazis and the occult. I got confused typing this all over again. I've read about this shit forever. I'm like, I don't know what's real, what's not anymore.
It's a lot of information in these last 4 weeks. A lot of probably bullshit and fluff. Not all, probably. It's all bullshit and fluff, and it gets confusing. Obviously, the Nazi Holocaust stuff we talked about last week was a little check of reality, but
Yeah, that's all very real.
yeah.
Modern UFO lore starts with them. In the modern era, it kicks off with them, with Foo Fighters seen during World War II.
Yeah. Dave Grohl was a dedicated airman during World War II.
He certainly
He
was.
saw those.
Still
Foo Fighters
dedicated
all
to
the
this
time.
day.
Yeah. I don't know. I think a bunch of nonsense these fucking Yahoo Nazis use to justify a lot of their bullshit. Not sure I put much credence past that into any of it.
Like it being real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Hitler believed in this more than he let on, but just kind of squashed it because he had maybe, quote, bigger fish to fry?
No.
You don't think he believed in any
I
of
don't
it?
think most of them did. Maybe Himmler.
I think Himmler did. I think he was a true believer in this shit.
Like, I'm not saying this was Hitler, an excuse for Hitler. I'm just saying, do you think like this was like in the back of his mind something he did believe in, but he's like, oh, but I also just hate Jews and I'm going to kill them. And
I think it's
That's
just
what I mean,
a
like-
secondary tool that you can use to control people and make them go along this path with you. And if they're true believers like Himmler, then all the better, I guess. Even easier to manipulate would be my thought.
I think all the people that we talked about with Ariosophy, like Jorg von Liebenfels, I think like guys like that were true believers. But then when you get outside of those esoteric groups and you get into
Yeah.
like Dietrich Eckart and those guys, I don't think that they believed any of this stuff.
It's the means to an end.
Yeah.
Fuck them all. That's what I say.
what's your final thought on all this?
That is my absolute
Fuck 'em
final
all.
thought.
Yeah.
Any other interesting tidbits you found while doing this? Anything like just little or that you were like, oh, that's fucking interesting.
I'm happy that we actually waited this long to do it, because then we got the David Grush tie-in with him bringing that up, because I would have, if that never happened, I would have just said there's rumors of this. There's nothing we know about it, but there was rumors.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's interesting. That'd be crazy if that was true.
It certainly would. Sure. Sure. Jeez.
There has to be something to it. Like, I was thinking about this the other night. I was watching something UFO related. And like, I wonder if people listen to the show and they're like, how does he believe in all this alien shit? And so I was thinking about it, I'm like maybe it is stupid that I believe in all this stuff, because like it'd be really fucking crazy. But there has to be something to it, right? Like with the Pentagon
Maybe.
putting out videos and things.
I think there's something to that
I
for sure.
said it earlier, where there's smoke, there's fire.
There's
and
absolutely something.
there's a lot of smoke.
Like there's not going to be all these people over 100 years, whatever, talking about the same things. There has to be something to it.
I don't know. We've been talking about the Loch Ness Monster for 100 years because some jackass built a fake model and took a picture of it, though. I don't know.
But we don't have like
But with
colonels.
there's no
and
smoke
people.
with that. It's just something we're
No.
running with. That's just one account that we're like, oh, same with fucking Bigfoot.
But that's the basis for the whole Loch Ness Monster lore.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes it's just fun.
I'm not saying it's not
Still real
fun.
to me, damn it.
But I think you're right. There's at least a smidgen. Is that the word? A smidgen?
Yeah.
A sliver of reality with at least some of this UFO stuff.
If I had to make like a very realistic guess and take away the abduction shit that I'm into and whatever. If I had to make a real guess on it, I would say that a UFO probably did crash and we probably have recovered it, but we don't know anything about it other than that.
That would not surprise me.
Or we didn't get very far in reverse engineering it.
Yeah.
Like we learned a lot from it, but then that was it. And we've never had any contact with them.
Yeah.
But they still buzz around doing whatever.
I could get behind that idea.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
I hope we find out. Proof positive.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Well, that is a 4-part series. If you learned anything or take away anything from this series, please just let it be that if you like pineapple on pizza, you are subhuman. Dave, what do you got on Patreon?
Here's what I heard about pineapple on pizza, actually.
Uh-oh.
So I've been having to eat vegetarian, basically vegan.
You've been a healthy boy.
Yeah. Fucking forced to from Crohn's. But found a pizza place in Brunswick called Ohio Pie.
This is the best.
That's good stuff.
Their vegan menu is amazing.
Really?
For pizza, yeah.
I've heard that as well. And not to be confused with what you always talk about, Ohio Valley
Right.
pizza.
No,
this is a different place
actual.
called Ohio Pie. It is, in my opinion, the best pizza I've ever had.
It's super good. But there's these two guys that do like YouTube reaction type things to vegan restaurants and stuff.
Okay.
They did one on Ohio Pie and they said that pineapple never belongs on pizza, but there's a pizza that they have at Ohio Pie that is very good with pineapple on it.
I'll accept that.
They
It's
said-
custom made to the pineapple.
They said it never belongs on pizza. That's disgusting, but there's one there at Ohio Pie that
you
belongs on.
brought Ohio Pie to the Daytona 500 party.
Yeah, that's the vegan
It was
one.
like a Supreme, and it was delicious. You couldn't tell like the sausage was vegan.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was down in the dumps about not being able to eat junk food anymore. And then I found them. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I can actually feel like I'm eating out, eating some real stuff.
Tasty stuff.
So maybe it does belong on
good.
pizza in one instance.
One singular
Yeah.
instance.
When it's a custom made pizza based around the pineapple, sure. We'll allow that. Yeah. All right, Dave.
Thank you to new patrons David Palmer, Jasmine Colisi, Mackenzie Bell, Natalie Barber, Bryce Muhlenberg, Gage Garcia 99, Mr. Shook, Alexander Tovstonazhenko. There we go. El Nortino, Emily Ellers, Niffler, Nikki 23, Alyssa Ziegler, Ben Coyle, Draper LGRW, Tyler Vanderswag, Natalie Grace, Brooke Blank, Crystal, Jennifer Lubka, Yuri Nate, Megan, Allison Franks, GG Cubs fan, and Sarahai Ferretis Torres. Thank you, new patrons.
What do you got from the reviews, Ian?
For iTunes, I have one for UCMC, Tex Cowboy, Tiger Brian, and Course.
Course.
That's not what he's saying. That's not what Goofy's saying.
What?
He's saying. All right. You know.
Gorge.
Anything else, Dave?
I do have a shout out for the fine folks at Killer City Clothing. Jesse and Xavier sent us a couple of t-shirts. Very cool stuff. So Killer City Clothing for all your cool t-shirt needs. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. All right. We are on. Oh, Dave, anything else? I'm sorry. Did you have
I
any?
don't think so, no.
Almost skipped you there.
That's all I got.
We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, patreon.com/Necronomipod, Amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch, and Necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.